So yeah, when I see stuff like this, I'm thinking like I'm probably gonna die alone, not gonna have children, not gonna have a family. Like apparently that's not gonna happen. I have talked to other men who had exactly the experience that's like being put in the video, and I've seen it around. I talked to women that were like doing it. I had my own share of experience where I could see women acting in that fashion, but I was just gonna play the video.
I think that he should have equal custody because our kids are little, okay? And he's not able to take care of the kids because the kids are little. My kids need their mom, right? Kids are hearing this. What does that tell kids? Obviously, they don't need their dad. This is very common. I don't need you. I don't need you. Most of the time, the women who say that are making more money than he is. I don't need you. Or sometimes they're not making more money, but they know they can get child support and alimony. I've asked these women, wait a minute, so you have this post-divorce lifestyle mapped out. How are you going to pay for that? Well, I mean, the child support, my attorney told me I should ask for at least $2,000 a month now.
I think that goes around a lot. I think like women think about, I cannot say how many women, but there are too many women thinking about how they can already kind of like screw a man over, you know, like how that they actually already have that mapped out to how that looks like after the divorce, and like to be that single mom that then has to like do twice as much. And yeah, I think there are women that have that already mapped out, or that have that in their head, like to what they want to do. So
month in alimony. I mean, I just want to live the life of an independent woman. Wait, what? What did you say? An independent woman? When raping him for alimony and child support, it's not independence. That's opportunism. Okay? So, women, again, when they question your decisions, they threaten divorce. Because, well, you know what? You do it. You do that, and I won't divorce you. Honestly.
yeah, and with divorce comes forward like having to split whatever you have got, right? So that's the other thing. If you didn't enter it with a prenup, a woman that is not allowing a prenup, or is like so wants no prenup, is like no, like I'm like I would be careful about that. It's like so you're out to kind of like screw me. So your end idea is to actually take everything what I'm worth for, and that's why I'm not supposed to have a prenup. But yeah, like any woman that is not okay with a prenup, that
Honestly, divorce court is no place for a man to be, so it's a valid threat. Now, if she hates your friends and hates your family, it's a big red flag, guys. Don't marry somebody who hates your friends and hates your family. Don't marry them. I don't care how good she is. All right? There's no pussy worth losing yourself in. It's not worth it. She hates your friends, hates your family, can't do anything right. Don't marry her. Falsely accuses you. It's a big one. It's huge. Even in the dating scene. So I've had guys come in and say, well,
Yep. Falsely accuse you of something that you never done. Like, if big red flag, if that happens, just take your stuff, leave. It's gonna just get worse. Like a liar that tries to lie. Like, hopefully, like those people gonna get exposed eventually. I think like if they have to build up like this house of cards that just lies, eventually it's probably gonna fall down. But don't be around and like be someone where that comes to a detriment to you, right? But I saw it for myself, and the best I think I could have done was to just like, man, just leave.
hey, well, I mean, she's always been like this. I remember we were dating. She accused me of sleeping with my brother's wife because I didn't get back from his wedding till 3 a.m. I got 2 questions there. Number 1, why wasn't she at your brother's wedding? Oh, she hated him. She won't go to his wedding. And number 2, what led her to believe that you... Oh, I think she said that just, that only man whores stay out till 3 a.m.
Okay, no, she talks about falsely accusing you of something that you haven't done. there's a difference. So there's one thing where like someone can have an insecurity, where they're like insecure and they're like, oh my god, like imagining what their partner is doing, which is not real. And the other thing is like someone intentionally falsely accusing to have that towards other people. You say like, that person did XYZ, and you use that to discredit someone, or not just discredit, but to like destroy someone's reputation and smear a person. What she talks, that kind of false accusing, that sounds more like insecurity to me. So like, I'm not sure if that's like the worst. It's like, yeah, sure, like if she doesn't want to be around and is then afterwards feeling insecure, yeah, it's not ideal, but yeah, that's not the worst kind of false accusing that I've seen.
3 a.m. Oh, but you had to marry that, didn't you? Thinking it was going to get better? Who knows? There's women who cannot be pleased. You can't do enough for them. You try. They want more.
Never please a woman that can't be pleased. So that's another thing that I've seen too. Yeah, for some women, nothing you ever do will be enough. Nothing. So stop. If you notice a woman cannot be pleased, stop pleasing her. There's no point to it. Don't be nice to her. Don't go the extra mile. Just stop. Leave that person. Or like, I don't want to tell you what to do, but for myself, like the best is to kind of like not further trying to please that woman and like going my own way, separating and doing my own.
Or you would be pleased. No, this one's gonna emasculate you. She undermines you in front of your kids. Wasn't that what Stephanie did? I just want you kids to know that your dad's kicking me out of the family and we're gonna get a divorce. This is not voluntary for me, right? What? But did you tell your kids that you screwed 2 men? No, I didn't. Okay. And then there's the personal attacks. Just never ending. Whether it be body image, whether it be the way you eat, whether it be the way you clean the house, the way you wash dishes, whatever the case is. Be constant personal attacks. Men are emasculated every.
Yeah. There are women, and I've seen that in my own experience, been quite a long time. It's probably been till like 10 years ago or something, or it's been a long time, but I remember like one was like really like, you would do anything nice, you just kept the house clean, you kind of cooked or whatever, like, and that person would find something to make it bad. Like, why are you not moving your ass, you know? And like, you being attacked for doing something right is good, not right, let's say something good or something nice, while the other person is like not even like moving their ass or like lifting their finger. Yeah, it's just toxic. It's just makes me want to throw up. Like, I'm happy, like, I don't have that around, and I don't want that around.
Everywhere, at every turn. Go back to lives a hypocritical life. So I hear this all the time. I'm taking depositions, and I hear women say, I believe kids need both parents. But then they're asking for this dad to see their kids every other weekend. Wait a minute. So a lot of men will say, well, I don't know why she's doing this. I mean, she's always told me, if we ever get a divorce, I believe kids need both. We're going to split the kids equally. I mean, what's she doing right now? Well, she's a hypocrite. You married a hypocrite. They're everywhere. I believe kids need both parents. And also, by the way, if you meet a single mom and you're thinking about dating a single mom, which I don't recommend, but if her children see their dad, her ex-husband, every other weekend, what makes you any different?
She has a good point there, right? If you meet someone, and it goes for anything, like how a person's character is, if you meet a cheater, what makes you think a person wouldn't cheat on you? If you meet a person that has a kid and lets the kid only see his dad like maybe like once for a few hours on a Saturday, then what makes you think that you wouldn't be any different? So you would be like getting the same kind of treatment that woman has already put out towards other people, or how she behaves. So like, you cannot expect something different from what that person already did. So I think that's a valid good point. I don't want to really watch this stuff. But yeah, I think it's valid. There's valid stuff in there. It kind of like is a little bit sad is the wrong word, but it's so I had two thoughts. One thought is like, if you ever want to like have someone like who is not in the Western countries, know what to watch out for. So let's say you have someone that came from Africa or some other continent, and they wouldn't know like what is the culture like, what do you need to watch out for. You're gonna show him that video because that's most likely what he's gonna like have to like live through, maybe, if he's not careful or if he has no awareness about it. So you would show him that video. So that was one thought. The other thing is like, obviously it's not very uplifting. I think it's a reality. I do think there might be still some hope left, because it's a programming too, right? It's like the programming of society, of the Western modern feminism society, and then your own programming. It's kind of like, can you program the woman to be different? So can you reprogram her to not be a cheating, abusive, man raping, emasculating kind of person that tries to rape the man for all his worth and child support, alimony and all of that, and disregard all? And can you reprogram that? And I think there's still women that you can do that with. I think the older they are, the more difficult it's probably going to be, because they're kind of set in their ways already and in their mindset. The older they are, they're probably less likely to think that they have a bad mindset or that they could be wrong about how they think about things. It could be for men too, but I don't care. I'm talking about women. And yeah, so like the younger women are, the better you have maybe a chance to, and like the better the household. So if you take someone that's already 35, 40, then maybe they're already kind of like set in their ways. If you get someone who is like between 20 and 25, maybe you have a better chance to reprogram that woman, especially if she maybe already had a good household to begin with and wasn't grown up as a single family household, or single parent household. So yeah, it's I don't know what to say. It's not the coolest. It's like, it's stuff like that, and I see that, and I seen it around in other people. I talk to men who lost their houses, and women that were like just take houses and then think like, oh, they're all great and set, and it's like, no, you have a stain on yourself, and like I don't think anything you can do can get rid of that stain too. So we cannot treat other people poorly and like expect not to have some repercussions or have that haunt us, I guess. So yeah, I do believe there's still hope. So just be aware that can happen, and I'll see you in the next video.